Hi, this is Ennis from Never Stop Trucking. Today we are doing another phone call for free consultation that I offered for a limited time, and I still have a lot to go. So this is one of them. So let's call the guy and see how we can help him.
Hello, Anis.
Yeah, hi, how are you?
Hi, thanks a lot. Thanks. And you?
Yeah, no problem, no problem. How's everything going? Where are you from?
Um, yeah, thank you. I am from the Kyrgyzstan, the old Soviet Republic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks a lot for your videos. They have been very helpful. I very recently started doing the dispatching business. I don't have carriers yet, but yeah, I'm searching for them actively. I thank you for your support.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. So you already started everything, but you're searching for carriers right now?
Yeah, exactly. I opened the company. I manage the financials, how to the flows, the bank and stuff. Yeah, I'm just searching for carriers.
Okay, cool. Well, at
Okay.
least you got that step taken care of. So how can I help you?
Thanks a lot. So I prepared a few questions. So the first question is the hours of service regulations. I understand them like with brain, of course, and of course I can put it in the Excel sheet and see, but I don't have this intuition for it, like especially this 70 hours in 8 days or 60 hours in 7 days. I cannot have this rule of thumb, as you say, or some intuition to keep in mind without the help of computer. Do you have this rule of thumb about how to understand how to plan your week, so to say, with your driver?
Okay. Well, honestly, you really don't have to worry about that a lot. Usually, the drivers are the ones because it's for their own good. If they, when they have ELDs and they drive and they need to be legal, and they are the ones that are taking care of that. Now, the only thing you have to worry about is planning a load delivery to make sure that the driver has enough hours. Okay, that's the only thing you have to worry. So usually drivers are on 70 hours because there are a couple of these options. Usually they are on 70 hours a week. Okay, and what that means is they can work 14 hours a day, and then out of those 14 hours they can drive for a maximum of 11 hours. So that means they can drive 11 hours and 3 hours be on duty, like delivery and all that, and you probably know that. So your only worry is that, like, let's say a driver is delivering today in Cleveland, okay, and driver drove 1 hour to get to that delivery. Now the driver has 10 hours left for that day to drive, and that's how you plan accordingly. If you book them a two day trip for, like, 1,000 miles, 11 miles, that's okay. They can make it. So the best way in the beginning, until you understand the hours, is just ask the driver, like, can you, like, if I book you this load and it's 1,100 miles, can you make it there in 2 days at 8 a.m., or like a 1 day trip, 500 miles, can you make it there tomorrow? That's the best way. The best way is to ask them. I would not worry that much about these hours.
I see. Yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot. And I wanted to ask once. So, is it possible to avoid this reset thing, 34-hour reset thing? Because not every driver wants to go to weekends and get rest. So, I was thinking that. Is it technically possible?
It's not possible unless they can do a so-called recap. Because, like, let's say you have drivers who are home every weekend, and let's just say they
Uh-huh.
drive 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, and they get home on the weekend, and that's automatically a reset. But you have some drivers who like to
Yeah.
stay out for like 2, 3, 5 weeks on the road, and then they have to, after 70 hours, they absolutely have to do the 34-hour reset, unless they're able to do that thing called a recap. And basically what that is, like in last 8 days you can have 70 hours driving. But let's say a driver only drove like only worked for like 5 hours for a couple of days or so, and they haven't used those 70 hours. Okay, they haven't, in 8 days they haven't used all 70 hours. Now they can go to the next day, and because like the ninth day from before gets deleted, you know, and now they may have like another 5 hours to the next day because they haven't reached those 70 hours in 8 days. Because remember, it's only 8 days in the bag that get counted. So if you go to the ninth day and you haven't used all the 70 hours, then you can still drive that day. But that gets in 2 or 3 days, they will eventually run out of those hours. They can't do it anymore. So the best practice is just to plan to do a reset anyway. And what I like to do is just do it on like a Sunday if they're out. So let's say on Friday you have a driver somewhere, and you find him a 2-day trip. Okay, you find him a 2-day trip that delivers on Monday, and it's like 1,200 miles. So now on Friday when they leave, they can usually drive on that Friday like 10, 11 hours, and they can drive on Saturday as well. Okay, so on Saturday evening, they get parked somewhere and they start the reset. So they drove for 2 days, they're close to delivery, they start the reset Saturday night plus Sunday, all day, and they can use those 34 hours to get the reset. So the best way, don't do a reset in the middle of the week, never, because you're just gonna waste precious time. Always plan to do it on a weekend. Perfect way would be on Sunday. Okay.
Great, thank you. I just wanted to clarify about that. So is it possible for a driver to get a load and do a reset and then give the load on Monday or something, like do a reset on a weekend? Is it possible, or is it like holding the load during weekend?
Well, it's not holding the load. Let's say you pick up on Friday and the load delivers on Monday anyway, so you have practically you have 3 days to deliver it, even though it's a 2-day trip. So on Friday you hustle, the driver just, goes, drives as much as he can. Saturday morning, driver gets up as early as they can, after the 10 hours, and they just hustle again. And, they get, drive as much as they can to get to the delivery as close as they can, in a perfect world, like 10, 20 miles. But then Saturday evening, see, like let's say that they have to deliver at 7 a.m. Monday. So from 7 a.m. Monday to that previous Sunday at 7 a.m., that's 24 hours. So they have 24 hours. And then if you go back, then you would go back to like 9 p.m. on Saturday. Okay. So as long as the driver is finishes Saturday night before like 9 p.m., they can have those 34 hours and then still deliver Monday first thing in the morning.
Great. But is it a common practice, or do you usually give your load away and then you do a reset?
Let me just put it this way: if the dispatcher and the driver know what they're doing, yes, this is a common practice, and most experienced driver who want to maximize, like their work, do it this way, because this is the best way to do it. I don't know another good way, unless they can maybe pick up on Friday and just do that reset on Friday and then Saturday morning start. But then you're gonna start your week on Saturday or Sunday night or Sunday morning. It's best to start your week on Monday and then finish it Saturday evening and then do the reset.
I see. And what about you? You personally, do you manage to get your drivers home every weekend, usually?
Depends on the driver. If the driver, because I have some I have three owner operators that absolutely have to be home on the weekend. What they do is, like, since we live in Michigan and they're also based out of Michigan, they go to East Coast, and that's like 500-600 miles one way. And what they do is, like, they go to East Coast, come back on like, they leave on Monday, come back on Wednesday night, and then spend the night here with their family, and then do another round trip like that, and they're home on Friday. Okay, so they're home on Friday, they're finished, and then they can have the weekend for themselves. I have drivers who want to stay on the weekend, and then we maximize them. We just absolutely, and then we plan for them to be on a Friday in a good area where they can do a 2-day trip. For example, I like them to be north, like Michigan, Illinois, Wisconsin, where they can have a good load that leaves on Friday for the weekend to go like south or maybe east. And that way they can get a good 2-day trip. If you plan on your driver to be on Friday or on East Coast, like Pennsylvania, New Jersey, or Florida, a bad area, that's not a good practice to have them on Friday in a bad area, because you need a 2-day trip, and these 2-day trip loads are not going to be paying well. So you need to be in good area on Friday where you can find a load that lasts 2 days, unless you can find a short load that delivers on Saturday, and on Saturday pick up another load. That's different. Okay.
So, like you mentioned that when you want to tease the new owner operators, that one of the arguments is that you don't have to book all loads with me, because you can, of course, book your loads yourself. And I was thinking, but if you want to make plans, like you said, this driver has to work exclusively with you, right? It's not like you cannot share driver with another dispatcher and also have the week plan.
Yeah,
right? It's one or the other.
That's a really good point. The only reason why I say, like, when I talk to owner operators and I tell them that we are not exclusive, it's our way to give them peace of mind that they are not going to be in some kind of long contract. If they don't like my services, they can leave any time. But and on the other hand, we once we start working with them, we keep telling them, or we push them to, like, hey, here we are doing everything we can. As you can see, we are giving you good loads. We're taking good care of you. It would be really fair that you only work with me because I'm trying. It's not cool. Like, I look for a load all day, and then that happens a lot. And then we talk to those carriers, and then sometime in the evening you tell me, hey, I just found a load for myself. Like, I've been working free all day, and now you found a load for yourself. That's not cool. I mean, once in a while, like, people want to save money, for dispatching fee. Maybe they, someone, a broker calls them and offers them a cool load. It's fine. But if a carrier keeps doing that, then I tell them, really, it's not working. It's really not working. Because if you don't like us, if you're working with someone else, that means to me that you don't like my services, or you think you don't trust me. So yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, thank you. And I have one not related but smaller question. I didn't start to book loads yet, so my question was, how important are the negotiations? What percentage of time do you try to make price lower than it actually is?
You mean negotiation with brokers?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, I do have a couple of videos on the channel about negotiation.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watch it or not.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I did. I was like, how widespread it is, and is it possible to avoid it if you are nervous, or is it bad?
Well, in times like these, it's really hard to negotiate because everyone is like, take it or leave it. When we have good market rates, then you can negotiate and tell them, hey, this load should be paying this much, and you have enough time. But nowadays you have, like, someone posts a load and you have like 20 people calling, and they know that they can cover it for how much they're asking. Um, you know, from what I've been seeing, they would still go a little bit, up, but not a lot. Like let's just say Alod is paying $2,000, and you ask them for 25, they might give you like 21, like, and it's always better to start high, but not too high. Like if you sometimes they can get offended, like you tell them, hey, 25, they're like, no way, and they just hang up on you. But if you tell them like 21, they'll be like, oh yeah, I'll give you 2050. So maybe just ask, hey, hey, is there any way you could do 22, 23? I have told, so I have that. Like give them a reason why. But most likely nowadays, yeah, like most brokers don't even want to negotiate. It's like take it or leave it. And then if you see a load with a posted rate, it's a bad rate, don't even call it, because most likely they're not gonna give you if they're close to it, like if they're like within $100 or $200, then you can call and try to negotiate. But right now, negotiating is just like it's hard to negotiate nowadays. That's my answer.
I see. The reason I was asking, I have my friend who is an IT guy, and he was telling that, yeah, hey, I can write a program that will automate your price search. And I was thinking, does this, whatever program or this routing, this robot, will it be efficient if there is some guy who just talks really good and he gets price that is above the posted price, a robot who searches every possible route combination for prices. So I was thinking, is this robot better, or is just negotiation skills more important?
I'm, as a matter of fact, working with someone. I'm actually helping him out. He's almost finished with product like that, and that's what it does. It puts all the your expenses in, like for each owner operator. Each owner operator gives you their expenses, like insurance, maintenance costs, and all that. And then it also you also put in a fuel price, and then when you negotiate, it will give you like your profit. Like at the end, it just say this is your profit, and if that's gonna help you with negotiation, with brokers, I don't think that will help, because they look at a lot of things, like how much they have in the load, how much, the market rates, and they can see like volume of posted trucks. If they see a lot of posted trucks in that area, it's going to be hard to negotiate no matter what you use. This program can be beneficial to you or to your owner operator, to tell them, hey, if you take this load, this is how much profit you can make. This would maybe be better, a better way to talk them into taking a load when they see these numbers. Say, hey, I still have a profit. But when you negotiate with brokers, I don't think it will help you much. Maybe in good times, but in times like these, nah.
I see. Yeah, I thought that. So I was thinking, like, if there is a program like this, like your friend is doing, like you were talking about, like almost like unionization of drivers, like making a single front and asking for higher rates. So that possibly can indirectly be used, right? So
oh yeah,
drivers, yeah.
I've been using that tool, and it's a definitely helpful tool. It's I wouldn't say it's like something that will make someone give you that rate, or that will be like absolutely crucial for your day-to-day work, but it is helpful.
I see. Thank you. Yeah, thanks a lot for the consultation.
No problem. And do you have? I mean, I still like a couple of minutes to spare. If you have any more questions.
I have, of course, a lot of questions, but I don't want to.
Go ahead. I was gonna call you like 5 minutes earlier, but something came up, so I had to be. But yeah, if you have, we can do one more question.
Okay, one more question and short answer. Like, what exactly are my responsibilities as a dispatcher, in the sense that should I provide them some extra services like planning, like bookkeeping books for them, or should I provide those services for them, or no, or is it extra?
If you have the time, yes, but you should charge extra for all that. Don't include it in your rate, depending how much you're gonna charge. And for booking the loads, this should be extra. Whatever you do, if you do invoices for them, like send invoices to their factoring company or to the broker, just charge them flat fee for an invoice. I know, like. I hear a lot of dispatchers are charging like $15 per invoice or something like that. If you're doing bookkeeping for them, definitely I would charge them by hour or by transaction. And then if you can do anything else like back office work, just have it in your. Not everyone will take it, but someone will take this, someone will take that, and it will add up for sure. But definitely. And this is something that can be done after, like during day hours, like 8 to 5 here, United States time. You do dispatching and looking for loads, but that other thing can be done like after work or before work on a weekend. And I would definitely offer that for an extra fee.
I see. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. And then you have my phone number. Text me if you have any questions.
Thank you. Very nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.